Meeting will come to order. This committee, under its mandate from the House of Representatives, has the responsibility of exposing and spotlighting subversive elements wherever they may exist. It is only to be expected that such elements would strive desperately to gain entry to the motion picture industry, simply because the industry offers such a tremendous weapon for education and propaganda.
Would you tell the committee whether or not there has been an effort on the part of any particular group in the motion picture industry to inject communist propaganda into pictures which would serve the Communist Party line?
I have seen things that I thought were against what I consider good Americanism, in my feeling, and I have seen it in, I've seen pictures I thought shouldn't have been made. This is a foul philosophy, this communistic thing. I would move to the state of Texas if it ever came here, because I think the Texans would kill them on sight.
We have done a pretty good job in our business of keeping those people's activities curtailed. We have, after all, we must legally recognize them at the present as a political party. On that basis, we have exposed their lies when we came across them. We have been eminently successful in preventing them from their usual tactic of trying to run a majority of an organization with a well-organized minority.
I don't believe it's a political party. I believe it's an un-American thing. And the thing that I resent the most is that they are able to get into these unions and take them over. And I feel that they really ought to be smoked out and shown up for what they are, so that all the good free causes in this country, all the liberalisms that really are American, can go out without this taint of communism.
Are you a member of the Communist Party? Or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
The question of communism is in no way related to this inquiry, which is an attempt to get control of the screen and to invade the basic rights of American citizens in all fields. The question here relates not only to the question of my membership in any political organization, but this committee is attempting to establish the right, which is historically denied to any committee of this sort.
We're going to get the answer to that question if we have to stay here for a week. Are you a member of the Communist Party? Or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
It's unfortunate and tragic that I have to teach this committee the basic principles of Americanism.
That's not the question. The question is, have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
I'm framing my answer in the only way in which any American citizen can frame his
then
answer
you denied,
to a question
then you,
which invades his, absolutely invades
then
his
you
right.
denied, you refused to answer that question. Is that correct?
I have told you that I will
All right.
offer my beliefs, my affiliations, to the American public, and they will know where I stand, as they do from what I have written.
Stand away from the stand.
For Americanism for many years, and I shall
stand away from the stand.
Fight for the Bill of Rights, which
Officer,
you are trying to destroy.
this man away from the stand. There will be no demonstrations.
Mr. Stribling, the rights of American labor to inviolably secret membership lists have been won in this country by a great cost of blood and a great cost in terms of hunger.
Are you now, have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Answer was acceptable, since I am still on the stand.
This had nothing to do with your last answer or the last question. This is a new question.
I see. Mr. Stribling, you must have some reason for asking me this question.
You can address the committee.
You do. I understand that members of the press have been given an Allied Communist Party card belonging to me. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
You're not asking the question.
I was.
The chief investigator's asking the
I beg your
question. Now,
pardon,
are you or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
I believe I have the right to be confronted with any evidence which supports this question. I should like to see what you have.
Oh, well, you would.
Yes.
Well, you will pretty soon. The witness is excused. Impossible.
Mr. Bieberman, are you a member of the Screenwriters Guild, or have you ever been a member of the Screenwriters Guild?
Now, Mr. Stripling, I would like to reply to this very quietly. Mr. Chairman also. If I will not be interrupted, I will attempt to give you a full answer to this question. It has become very clear to me that the real purpose of this investigation...
That is not...
of the motion picture industry.
Ask him the next question. Ask him the next
Mr.
question.
Bieberman.
Ask him the next question.
Mr. Bieberman.
Go ahead, ask him the
Mr.
next
Bieberman. Are you a member of the Communist Party, or have you ever been a member
Are
of the
you a member of the Communist Party?
Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
It is perfectly clear to me, gentlemen, that if you continue in this
Mr.
particular
Chairman, will you
fashion,
direct the
you
witness to
have
answer that
only
question?
one idea,
Answer the question.
and that
You
is
must
to
answer
cause
the question.
strife in the industry,
You're excused.
chaos in the industry,
Will
and
you
this
direct
we will
the
not
witness to
permit.
answer that question, Mr. Chairman, before he leaves his stand?
I have not refused to answer the question. I told you before I will answer this question
Now, Mr.
fully.
Bieberman,
Your
technically-
purpose is to use this to disrupt the motion picture industry,
Mr.
to invade
Bieberman-
the right not only of me, but of the producers to their thoughts, to their opinions, and this I will not permit.
We must have order in these chambers.